So, a lot of fans are fired up with the confirmation of more Division 2 content coming in 2021 and 2022. But before you get too hyped about all of this, here is what you really need to know about this upcoming content, and while you get your hopes up, you should be really careful. Let's start with the fact that they were going to kill things off after Season 4 and how this affects the future upcoming content. These, of course, are the usual struggles when it comes to maintaining a game. Every day is a battle between the developers and the publishers because your project can be shut down at any moment. But the bigger problem here is rebooting or restarting a project that you thought was dead. In the case of Division 2, this is what you need to know when they say they're bringing in additional contents later this year. This is a very vague statement because of the amount of work that is tied to it and the literal definition of content when it comes to video game production, especially the way publishers and developers describe content. As you can already see, they have pushed the end of Season 4 to somewhere in June and July. And that is because they have to reopen this project, so to speak, and it's almost like starting all over without really starting all over. Here are just a few things that this new and upcoming content requires. Number one is going to be the adequate estimate of BI loss. The term BI means business interruption, and that is the space between them closing the project and then getting greenlit again. You then have to assess the amount of hours and content lost during this downtime and multiply that by the average amount of seasonal sales that would have been made between the initial end of Season 4 and sometime in June and July. And then also multiply that by the value of each season pass or DLC, which would come down to around $20, $25 a piece. Then they have to assess the concurrent player numbers to see if all the extra effort will yield a good return. If there are low concurrent numbers, this means the company and the publishers now have to add the cost of extra marketing and promoting the game. This also includes discounting the game to entice new players whom they are planning to sell future content to. Then they factor this into the cost of producing the upcoming content to see if they will make their money back by generating a positive revenue. And that is not the end of it. After that, new content also requires a writer, someone who knows the story and can focus on continuity from Season 4 or from Season 3. It also requires a group of developers. Though it is true that Massive is getting support from other studios for other projects, it is still going to require a lot of manpower, and with a small group that is often dedicated to a small player base like the Division 2, it is going to affect the size, the duration, and the release window of any content. Then of course we want to talk about the type of content, the game modes, the raids, PvP, PvE, weapons, skills, and the locations that they intend to add, if any of this is applicable. All these things will take months to be completed. Though they said they will release that content this year, do not be surprised if any of this or all of this gets pushed back and postponed into 2022, or at least the very end of 2021. And don't forget, we're still just coming out of pandemic, which means a lot of those developers are going to be working from home. The most likeliest of situations is that they will release a pre-update before the actual content, and then they will start dropping them as bite-sized content. According to publishers, seasonal stuff is considered content, skins is considered content, new guns are considered content. So it is a very vague phrasing when they say content is coming, considering the amount of work needed to make things happen. And don't forget about bugs. Who could forget about bugs? But with that said though, we are still hopeful because we love the game and we enjoy the game. And in the meantime, don't forget to enjoy other games too. So while they are working on Division 2, you could be playing Outriders, Destiny 2, or some other crazy game out there. Whatever floats your boat. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.